Has Viscerain 2 got a little bit boring for you? Giving you the me's? Don't worry, I'm here to save the day. I've got the 5 best gameplay mods in Viscerain 2. By gameplay mod, I mean anything that adds a character, an item, or an artifact. If it doesn't have one of those, then it won't be on this list. And they also got to be available on the Thunder Store. It's the best method to download mods without being a little shady. Let's jump right in. Number 5 is Mystic's Items, which adds a bunch of items, up to 50 items of all different rarities and varieties. And some of these items are so cool. For example, Choco Chip, buffs last longer, debuffs last shorter. Very good item. Cutesy Bow reduces damage against 100 hits. Perfect headphones to be the cat person you really want to be. Oh, and this also has a cup of tea as the mod. So being British, I kind of have to put it on the list. Anyways, all these items are really unique, they really help current builds in the game, and they have an interesting approach that most other mods don't seem to do. If you tell me an official DLC added these items, I would probably believe you. They just work within the game. However, and this is a downside of all item mods that I will show you today, these are a bit rare to come across. They don't have an immediate impact on your game. I only got one brand new item in my first 2 levels of the game, and that item came from a shop. I physically chose that item. I didn't get any of them by random chance until stage 3. Which sucks when you've just downloaded a new thing, you want to try the new thing out, and then you just don't get it for like a while. But that doesn't stop me recommending this, because some of the items seem so fun. It's worth the pain. Number 2 is Genetic Artifact, which is so complicated. Developer released a 30-minute video explaining the mod, but I'll try and trim it down for you. Basically, it's another way to level scale your game. This artifact, when enabled, lets the enemies learn and grow as you go on within the run. Every minute they upgrade and get stronger and know your weaknesses. They will find you. They know where you are. Essentially, enemies get rated on the scale. If they hit you, they get plus points. If they don't hit you, they get minus points. Say if you kill an enemy and they don't touch you once, the artifact goes, then let's make this enemy stronger this way. For example, giving them more health. If they still don't hit you when you get more health, then they think, maybe the health thing isn't working. We'll put the health back to normal, but give them more attack speed this time. And if that works, they go, okay, well, we'll give you more and more attack speed then. And enemies get stronger like that every single minute. It's hard to show on video, but I was genuinely struggling at some points because the level scaling is quite strong at times. But yes, if you feel like the game's a little too easy and want that little bit more difficulty, the level scaling in this will definitely suit your needs. Number 3 is the subscribe button, which you should press right now. Number 3 is a mod I've already shown on the channel called Starstorm 2, and I had so much fun that I just felt like I had to recommend it again. Starstorm 2 is more like a collection of mods. It has 2 new survivors, a bunch of items, some storms that randomly appear in the mid-game, which gives you debuffs and enemies buffs, new artifacts, new achievements. It's just so well made. It's hard to state everything, but I have to say one more time, the Executioner is probably the most fun survivor I've ever played. It's so much fun, and if you want a big shake up to your game, you should definitely download this. Talking of survivors, number 4 is Rocket. Now, I could recommend anything by Enforcer Gang. I've done a video on 2 of their characters so far, and while Enforcer was a little OP, they were both really fun. However, Rocket takes it to a new level. It honestly makes me wonder why the developers haven't added a survivor like this already. Rocket does AoE damage, and a decent chunk of it, at the cost of the initial damage. Although that's not it. If you play Team Fortress 2, you're gonna love this feature. You can rocket jump and fly across the map, and look, rocket jumping is so fun. Look at me go, look at me fly. Whee. It's so much fun just getting some height on some enemies and shooting them from above. The abilities are fun and the movement is fun, albeit it looks a bit simple and it's quite hard to get into at first, but once you get it, trust me, you get it. Word of warning to you, don't be like me and get a bit too excited. I was having so much fun flying around that I kind of forgot full damage existed, and yeah. And finally, the last mod is Vanilla Void, which kind of explains what it does on the tin. This mod adds corrupted versions of 10 items, like crowbars, delicate watches, power elixirs, bundle of fireworks, gasolines, shipping request forms, Lepton Daisy, old guillotines, hoppo feathers, and laser scopes. They work exactly how you think they would, and that's what makes them so fun. My favourite is definitely the daisies one. It finally gives them a nice use, and it has a pretty cool effect when it does work. And again, like the first one, item mods are a bit hard to come by. I didn't run into a void zone with these void items for like 2 full runs, which is why I cheated them in. But when you do get them, it's a ton of fun to have. Definitely try them out. And that's it, that's my top 5 gameplay mods for Risk of Rain 2. If you want to see a different version of this, maybe with UI or quality of life, do leave a comment and subscribe. Thanks for watching.